Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So right now going on is the Riot Games League of Legends All-Star event. It's just a little event every year that takes place. It's kind of supposed to review the League of Legends year that was, highlight some of the big professional players. They also usually bring in some content creators and stuff, which is really weird considering they have nothing to do with League of Legends esports at all. Every once in a while, the All-Star event goes off really well received. It's a really awesome competitive event that we get to see a lot of cool players play in and people represent their leagues and regions and stuff. But Riot changes up the format every year, and then sometimes we just get this weird mix of uncompetitive games, random influencers and content creators. It's really not really fun or exciting to watch or anything, and it just seems kind of like an overall waste of time. And that's kind of what we're getting this year. This year, Riot decided to invite some really random content creators as well. Professor Akali is one that a lot of people are having a problem with. And you guys know, whenever there's Professor Akali drama, I'm obviously gonna make a video about it. So when I saw this clip on the front page of Reddit yesterday called Phreak roast Professor Akali, you know I had to give my thoughts and opinions on that. So today we're gonna be running through what has happened with Professor Akali and Phreak. They got a little bit of drama, a little bit of beef going on. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button really quick. It's fast, it's free, it's easy. Helps you guys stay up to date on all the latest content, and I would appreciate it a ton because it really does help me out. I'm finally back from my trip. As you can see, we're back in the room. So there's going to be a ton of awesome content coming to you guys way soon. A lot more videos, higher quality. We're going to be, be getting back to the regular scheduled programming. With that being said, here we go. Let's check out this clip. First, we have the actual clip of Phreak roasting Professor Akali. Again, to give some little context here, this is the All-Star event. Professor Akali is an All-Star, apparently. He's up against Licorice in a 1v1. There's like a little 1v1 games between pros and content creators. Licorice is playing Riven into Renekton, which is such a free matchup for Renekton because obviously Renekton's W stops Riven from being able to jump around. It's also a shield breaker, so it breaks her shield. Renekton's obviously very strong early. He's an absolute lane bully. This is such an easy free matchup for Renekton, but it's obviously a pro player against like a diamond player, so it should be an easy win for Licorice, but it does get interesting here, obviously.
Going all the way in, ignites are used. Licorice going for a little bit more damage here on Professor Akali, and just like that, first blood at level 3. One of these men is an LCS player.
One of these players plays in bronze half his games, and look what's happening to him now. Maybe you should play against Master Tier players more often.
Now, I think that was hilarious. Obviously, that's, I mean, what Phreak said, he's really speaking for the people because that's what a lot of people think and know, obviously, that, yes, Professor Akali is, it's so stupid that he's at this event. He does not deserve it. He is just an absolute plague to the community in every single way. It's honestly a joke and pretty disgusting that Riot would invite him to something like this. So, yeah, obviously, Phreak is showing... I mean, that wasn't really jokes, and this is something that Professor Akali said on Twitter. That didn't seem like jokes. He was really, like, going at him, which is hilarious because, yes, he does obviously ridiculously smurf in a lot of his videos. He is a man that's had a ton of controversy in his career and stuff. He does a lot of things that are really bad for the League of Legends community overall, and it is really weird. And, yes, Phreak does call him out, saying that he maybe should play against Master Tier players more often. Maybe he should stop playing in Bronze. He plays half his games in Bronze, and this was hilarious. And if we know one thing from Professor Akali from the past, this is a very insecure man. This is a guy who, when you say stuff like this, it gets to him. It eats at him, and he's always going to have a salty response. So, he blocks me on Twitter. I'm not allowed to follow him, so we had to open up an incognito tab and go over to his Twitter account, where, first of all, he had a couple of tweets about the situation. First up, he had, the total All-Stars coverage of me beating LL Stylish and Pants in a 1v1 has less coverage than a neckbeard flaming my content. What the fuck? So first of all, obviously, there's not much coverage of you beating LL Stylish and Pants Are Dragon in a 1v1 because nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, did I even know that he had a 1v1 against LL Stylish or Pants Are Dragon? No, nobody gives a shit. So I'm not surprised that nobody covered it. And he's just so self-unaware and just so, like, doesn't get it at all that, yes, this is an all-star LOL esports event where the audience in general does not like you and has no idea why you're even there. What does LL Stylish, Pants Are Dragon, or Professor Akali have to do with League of Legends esports? What does that do with an all-star League of Legends event? It makes no sense. So yes, nobody cares. And then he says not even a jab one-liner. This man is out for blood. I completely agree. And yes, Professor Akali. I mean, yeah, he probably has some right to be upset because again, it was pretty savage from Phreak, and people are responding accordingly. People are loving what Phreak said. People are thinking it's absolutely hilarious. Whether you like Professor Akali or not, it is pretty funny. But then obviously he goes by calling Phreak a neckbeard, flaming his content. It is a guy who, again, every time he gets offended, every time anyone says anything about him, he goes straight to personal, physical appearance type comebacks and just shots where, Phreak had a legitimate complaint about the way he makes his content and the things he does and how he hurts the community, and his response is, "You're a neckbeard, shut up." Like, it's so stupid. This guy is just gross. And it's crazy that he's attacking like Riot Games employees and stuff now. Again, I don't know if Phreak is a freelance guy at this point or whatever, but super, super weird. He also then goes on to say, this is really hilarious, and he doesn't understand how stupid this stuff makes him look, and that's probably what's more funny. He says, "I'm publicly challenging Riot Phreak to a 1v1 best of 7. If he wins, I'll donate $500 to charity. If he loses, he grows his neck beard for 6 months and posts a picture of fedora so his appearance can further fit his personality. It should be easy to win for him and for charity since he thinks I play in bronze." Okay, one, he says he thinks I play in bronze. We know you play in bronze. Whenever you make a video, we can look up your account. We can see that you are playing in bronze. So again, this is legitimate criticism from Phreak coming here. So the fact that he'd be getting so defensive and angry obviously shows that Phreak struck a chord, because again, if these were things you wouldn't do, you would easily brush this off or laugh this off. And then obviously he's challenging Phreak to a 1v1, which would be funny in isolation. If he just was like, "All right, Phreak, if I'm so bad, let's 1v1. That's funny. That would be good." But Professor Akali is an idiot. He has to find a way to ruin everything. He says if I lose, he's going to grow out his neckbeard for 6 months and post a picture of the fedora so his appearance can further fit his personality. Again, he has to throw more personal insults and jabs in every single time. He can never win. He never allows himself to win any, confrontation in the public's eye. And this is the same thing that we've seen him do with me and with other people in the League of Legends community as well. And it's just always hilarious. He is the same guy. He is a terrible person. He is a terrible, just content creator for the League of Legends community in general. I'm glad that this is happening to a Riot Games employee, so people are finally going to be able to see this stuff at a massive scale. And I hope Riot does respond accordingly. I hope they do cut off ties with him. Just refrain from using him in content in the future. Refrain from putting him in front of a bigger audience in the future, because it's ridiculous. Again, this is a guy who is a known win trader, a known account sharer. He buys accounts. He ints accounts down into low elo so he can make his stupid videos for them. He ruins games for people to make his clickbait YouTube videos. We have also seen him faking thumbnails in the past, like stupid stuff like that. I guess there was a controversy way back in the beginning of him leaking the Akali rework early so he could be the only one to make content about it, because Riot was like talking to him about when they were going to change Akali and stuff. He just has a history and past of being just the absolute worst for the League of Legends community. Obviously, I don't get along with him. I don't like him. We have our own personal beef. But again, for the same things that I've been going through to be happening to somebody else, a massive personality in the League of Legends community like Phreak, an employee for Riot, is crazy, hilarious. It's funny to see these same things playing out over and over again. And yeah, if you support Professor Akali, it's ridiculous. And yeah, don't support me or anything that I do. And again, I also think he is a YouTube manager, and all the people that he manages, I think it's an absolute joke for them as well. A lot of these people, claim to be kind of positive beacons in the community and claim that they want what's best for the League of Legends community, while supporting and profiteering off one of the worst people in the League of Legends community. So I do think it is really, really funny. I was glad that this clip blew up so much. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I'm glad that Phreak, even at a Riot Games event where Riot Games was trying to showcase some of their content creators and Professor Akali and stuff, still went and called him out. And I wouldn't be surprised if Riot honestly wasn't too happy about that. But again, there is people that are really, really unhappy that Professor Akali is a part of this event in the first place, because again, it makes absolutely no sense. I don't even agree with content creators being there at all, but if you are going to have content creators, one, try to find people in the League of Legends esports space, or two, try to find people who are actually a positive net positive outcome or gain for the League of Legends community that are benefiting us in a good way. Because I think for the most part, Professor Akali maybe at one point in his career was that, but in the past few years has completely devolved from that, and does that in no way, shape, or form. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. I just want to talk about why Phreak is my new best friend. I have been a little bit critical of Phreak in the past, but I do love kind of the spin he's taken on his career, turning into the savage Phreak. I do think he's a lot more funny. I think he screams a lot less on his cast and stuff. I think he's improved as a shoutcaster overall, as a content creator overall, as he's kind of matured in his career, and I really appreciate the stuff he's doing now, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like, enjoy it, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this whole situation? Do you think content creators should be at the All-Star event? Do you think Phreak went too hard on Professor Akali, or do you think Professor Akali is just, a shit stain in the League of Legends community? I'd love to hear your your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Check me out over at Twitch, twitch.tv/I_am_. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.